What's up, guys? You are on the air and off the books with Bethann and Samantha. Drumroll. And today, we are coming at you with more spooky books.
Spooky books.
Well, at least I am. I don't know about Bethann.
Listen.
Maybe I will scare you guys, and then Bethann will make you feel better about things.
Maybe.
But there's no promises.
Or maybe I'll bore you. I don't know. It's a toss-up today.
Okay, so listen.
We're in Summerween right now.
Yes, we're in our Summerween era, and it can't be stopped for at least 2 more episodes, probably.
Maybe.
Okay, so I read We Used to Live Here by Marcus Kluwer. I have been seeing this book on Book Talk, of course, because it came out, let's see. Yes, June 18, 2024. So I am easily influenced by all things Book Talk, and I saw the cover, and I really like the cover. It's very
gothic looking.
It's giving comfy, but also too comfy. That's too comfy, so it's sketchy.
The font is giving.
Yeah, it's like
a very harsh, like if you really... Okay, so can we talk about how, book covers are slaying right now?
The book covers are slay.
And they're telling a story. And if you ever go in and be like, don't judge a book by its cover. But, what a freaking lie.
Yeah, because, listen...
Judge the book, okay? Judge it. It's meant to be judged, or they wouldn't put so much effort into the cover.
Yeah, okay. It's one thing to have a really amazing book, but think about having a really amazing book with a really amazing...
cover ever.
Yeah, or if you have a really amazing cover, that's just a double yes.
Yeah, it's seals the deal. It's like the stamp of approval. It's one of those fancy handwritten letters with a wax seal on it. It's just chef's kiss.
Yeah, it's just
Is
elite.
it necessary? No.
Yes.
Yes. Change of my mind.
Okay, but if I see a book, because there are some books that have multiple covers, I am not going to choose the one with the ugly cover.
With the movie cover?
Yeah.
Okay, can we stop? All right?
Let's stop with the movie covers.
Hey, publishers. Not that you're listening. Because you're probably not listening.
But if you are...
Stop this bullcrap. Who of you out there actually likes the movie cover option of the book? That's the one that's always clearanced, okay?
Yeah.
No, we're not doing this.
Yeah, no, I don't.
Brandon Sanderson, if you're listening to me and you actually get a movie going of any of your books and you allow them to put a movie cover on one of your books, I'm going to lose it. You freaking know better.
It kind of ruins the book because you picture the characters in your head how you want to see them, and then they just try to throw a face on the front, and you're like, that's not right.
It's sacred, okay?
Yeah.
Don't violate the sacred act among writers, all right? It's an unspoken rule.
Yeah.
You know how there are, girl rules and,
girl math
rules? Yeah, girl math. Girl math is a thing, okay? Girl dinner, all right? Listen.
This is girl dinner for books.
This is rules. This is the unspoken rule of friendship. The unspoken rule of readership is don't freaking make a book cover the movie cover.
Okay, but some people love them, and I don't know if I can trust you.
You can't be trusted. I want to know who you are. Email me.
Okay,
I promise I won't harass you. I'm just getting a little passionate.
Circling back around because Bethann's about to throw the microphone across the room.
Sorry, we're getting off track, but the cover's great.
We Used to Live Here. Let me describe the cover to you just real quick. It's think of a snowy white background. And, okay, the Book Talk displays at, Books A Million and Barnes & Noble, where it's that bold black writing with, the little bit of neon pink and blue around it. It's like that, okay? Picture that. It's, taking up half the cover, okay? And then it's this, old, egg blue, Victorian house.
Yeah.
And you're yeah, that's a little, yeah, that's uncomfy. It's beautiful. Beautifully uncomfy.
Beautifully uncomfy.
Is what we will describe that cover as. Okay, so this is what it's about. Let me tell you guys. Okay, let me read the little, comparison. It says, Get Out meets Parasite in this eerily haunting debut and Reddit hit. Soon to be a Netflix original movie starring Blake Lively. Big scandal going on with her, so don't know how you guys are going to feel about that.
What?
Yeah, that's a whole thing.
Okay, so we're going to have to talk about that after, because I don't even know anything about it. Now I want to know. We all want to know the tea. Pour the tea.
About two homeowners whose lives are turned upside down when the house's previous residents unexpectedly visit. Okay, here we go.
I'm ready.
As a young queer couple who flip houses, Charlie and Eve can't believe the killer deal they've just gotten on an old house in a picturesque neighborhood. As they're working in the house one day, there's a knock on the door. A man stands there with his family, claiming to have lived there years before and asking if it would be all right if he showed his kids around. People pleaser to a fault, Eve lets them in. As soon as the strangers enter their home, uncanny and inexplicable things start happening, including the family's youngest child going missing and a ghostly presence materializing in the basement. Even more weird, the family can't seem to take the hint that their visit should be over. And when Charlie suddenly vanishes, Eve slowly loses her grip on reality. Something is terribly wrong with the house and with the visiting family. Or is Eve just imagining things?
So is she crazy, or is it actually a haunting? Is this going to be one of those Riley Sager situations? Because if it is, I'm going to fight you.
No. It's very different.
You're not convincing me.
So if you know what, the, what's the Mandela effect?
Yes.
It's along the lines of that. That's kind of what, like, the book is themed after.
Oh.
And so it's like thinking that you remember something that actually
didn't
actually happen, like Thomas the Train.
Like, yeah, which it's actually Thomas the
tank engine.
Let that blow your socks off.
Yeah. So.
Or Jif is one F and not two, and it's not Jiffy.
It's not Jiffy.
No. Yeah.
What?
Welcome to confusion and all of that. This
book starts off like it had me hooked from the beginning because it's giving weird, bizarre. So Eve just lets they're probably not creepy at first, but this family into her house to look around. For one, come on, Eve. You don't let anybody into your house. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's an old little granny with her little dog.
Okay, but old little grannies with little dogs are perpetually a problem.
Yeah.
In horror movies.
So, okay, yeah. So, moral of the story, do not let people into your house. So they get into this house and they're just like making every excuse in the book not to leave.
That's what gets me though, is that just go or I'm calling the police.
Yeah. So it's like I can't even explain anything because it will ruin it. It's just wild.
A wild ride.
It makes you gaslight yourself every 5 seconds.
Oh, so it's like the book we read about the school. What was that called?
Kind of, yes. There's two theories that you could have, and either could be accurate.
There's a cliffhanger?
Yes, but no. It explains what happens, but you're like, I don't believe it. And you're just left not believing anything.
Are you sure I would like this?
I think you need to read it.
And this is horror.
Yes. And it also talks about, I think it's pronounced Capgras syndrome. CAPGRAS, where you stop recognizing your family members, people that you've known forever, and you see them as strangers because your brain does not process their face and recognize
That's
them.
Creepy.
Yeah, it's like a legitimate thing. And so, yeah, that combined with Mandela effect is just I don't know what to believe. I don't even believe myself. I don't even believe I read this book. I think it was fake.
It didn't even happen.
Didn't even read it. But yeah, apparently it's going to be a movie on Netflix, and I'm really excited for it.
Okay, so why is Blake Lively being all sketch?
Okay, so if anybody has read It Ends With Us.
No.
So It Ends With Us is a Colleen Hoover book, and it is about domestic violence. You do not get that until 50% into the book, where it's a smack in the face.
Literally.
And then you're like distraught. So the girl in the book, her name's Lily Blossom Bloom, and her mom named her this because I don't know why her mom named her this. I forget, but she loves flowers. So she ends up like growing up and opening her own like flower shop. And so Blake Lively is getting all of the hate, as she should, because she is promoting the movie as a rom-com flowery romance.
What?
Has not discussed anything about domestic violence at all. Has not promoted, like, said, like, this is what this is about, like, you know.
Isn't it technically a domestic thriller? Technically?
Kind of. Not,
I don't think it's a rom-com.
I don't think I would. It's just like, I don't know.
I mean, she goes through some pretty horrible things.
It's just kind of like a drama.
Okay, family drama.
Yeah.
But still, it's got violence. Like,
yeah,
she's
so
being beaten.
She's being beaten by her boyfriend / husband. And Blake Lively, to promote this movie, is wearing her flower outfits, okay? She says, grab your friends, wear your florals, and come to the movie. While the guy that plays the domestic abuser is apparently, from what people are saying, the sweetest guy ever, like in real life, is like promoting like the domestic violence aspect, like hardcore, is like, this movie is for women like trying to get out of domestic violence and blah blah blah, and this is what you should do, this is how we can help, like super being supportive. And Blake Lively wants nothing to do with that.
Did she even read the book before she just decided to be thrown in and promote it?
I'm not sure. So there was
Maybe
already,
she doesn't know what she's talking about.
There was already like drama because in the book, Ryle, which is the guy, the crazy guy, he is like 27 and he's a neurosurgeon, and Lily is like 23, I think. And so Colleen Hoover casted Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni, and they're like almost in their 40s. And everybody was like, that doesn't make sense. Why are they so old? And so she goes on to say, well, it's not realistic for a neurosurgeon to be 27, which kind of not, unless you're just like a genius. Like, he's an established neurosurgeon. So she aged them up like 10 years, which is, you know, whatever. But everybody was mad about it. I was like, I don't care. It's Blake Lively, so I'm going to see it. But then Blake Lively done messed up. And now she is giving everybody...
the character in the movie?
Yeah. So she's
the one
Lily.
getting abused in the movie?
Yeah. She plays Lily. And
so you just ignored my comment about reading the book when she literally is the main character in the movie. So she knows that it's domestic violence.
Yeah, no, she knows what the movie's about. Like, she was in the movie.
I thought she was just some random person.
No, she's literally the main character. No, but she's
okay, she deserves all the hate.
Yeah,
that's insane. She's
got all these interviews out, and she's literally just talking about like her hair care and flowers the entire time. And I don't know, it's weird. Like, I don't know who the bad guy is for real.
Gonna kick her out because this is a two-parter.
She is allegedly siding with Blake Lively. We just turned this into a gossip episode.
Colleen Hoover is siding with.
Yes. Welcome.
Blake Lively, who is not supporting women in domestic violence.
But there's also a lot of hate against Colleen Hoover too.
What?
Because her allegedly. This is like a gossip episode of Off the Books with BNS. This is not like...
This went off the rails, guys.
These are not facts. This is just the tea of book talk,
so
okay?
get your teacups.
So apparently...
She's pouring it out.
I haven't read a lot of Colleen Hoover books. I don't really care to. I've read 2 and it was fine. But apparently her son I don't know if it's a proven fact, but everybody says it's like a legitimate thing. Her son was in a domestic abuse situation with a it was either domestic abuse or it was like an underage thing. And
what the heck?
She defended him.
He was the abuser?
Yes.
Oh my God, Colleen.
Colleen! So apparently...
What are you doing?
Apparently she defended him. Again, like, we do not know if this is fact or fiction. I am just
Don't believe
filling you guys
on the internet.
Yeah, I'm filling you guys in on the book talk drama. We were going to make a whole episode about this, but apparently this is what...
This is the episode.
This is the episode. Welcome. So yeah. That book that I was telling you about is going to be a movie with Blake Lively.
And now you know, like...
Don't know if she is going to stay, like, one of the main characters. I don't know. She is getting a lot of hate right now. So I'm wondering if they will pull her out of the movies.
Yeah, but how can you, like, feel good about yourself promoting something with the main part of the whole movie being domestic violence?
It was weird. I don't know.
And you're not addressing that situation. And she also wrote the book for the domestic violence. Like, her books have a domestic violence theme.
Right.
Like, it's all about beating everybody up.
And the main guy who plays the bad guy in the movie directed the movie with the help of, like, Colleen Hoover.
Right.
And so apparently... So he has not been included in any of these, like, interviews with the rest of the cast.
Huh.
Like, they've ostracized him, allegedly.
Allegedly.
Well, he's never been...
start counting the allegedlys.
He's never been in the same room with the cast, let's just say that.
Huh.
So, I don't know.
Something fishy's going on,
Something
guys.
fishy is happening. If this was, like...
Smells like the ocean in here.
If this was, like, a thing that was, like, supposed to happen, it was, like, promotion, it just did a whole turn and was, like, not a great idea. Not a good look.
What in the world?
Yeah, so... Yeah.
Huh.
Now you know.
That was really interesting.
But yeah, that's... So far, she is the only person that I saw that's gonna be in the We Used to Live Here movie. Don't know if she will stay in that movie.
I need to get Netflix. I'm missing out.
I mean, personally, I'd be scared to cast her right now because people will be like,
hating all over. I ain't watching
I'm not watching that. So yeah, that's what I'm reading. I finally have gotten to chapter 8 of my tandem read.
Oh, Nina was asking about that today. She's going to read ACOTAR.
Oh, she is?
She put 1 and 2 on hold. I told her to start with that one because I feel like that would give her a good sense of, like, if she liked it or not, and then to go to the big books, A Court of whatever, Mist and Fury or something like that.
So wait, is she starting Throne of Glass or is she starting ACOTAR?
She's starting ACOTAR first.
Okay.
I told her if she really liked ACOTAR and then she could read, like, the Throne of Glass last.
Yeah.
I told her not to read that one first.
She should read...
I told her to read 1 and 2, then see what she thought.
Yeah.
But she's never read any kind of fantasy or
Okay, because ACOTAR was my first fantasy, like,
right.
into, like, adult fantasy.
I told her if she would like it, that's what she would like. But she had to read. She could not stop at the first one. She had to read book 1 and 2. Spoilers: if you want to read ACOTAR and you don't want to know anything, stop here.
If you haven't read ACOTAR yet, you guys, come on, catch up. Catch up.
Forewarned, okay? Because I stopped at book 1 and fell in love with the main character. And was duped.
You're like the girl that gets Tamlin tattooed on her leg after the first book.
After the first book, and then I got regrets. Okay?
Regrets. Yeah.
All right.
Yay, I'm excited.
Don't root for Tamlin, even though I still like Tamlin. I think he gets kind of a bad rap, but...
People say that he should have a redemption arc. I'm not, like, opposed, but I don't want him to be with anybody that I like. Like, you can have a redemption. You can have a redemption arc, but you can have it with somebody who's kind of the worst, as well as you being the worst.
I mean, have them both redeemable. Then I don't know. I mean, they need a second chance.
He can have a redemption.
Made the wrong choice, okay?
He can have a redemption arc with Amarantha. That's what I'm saying.
What? Nobody likes her.
Exactly. Exactly my point here.
No. Tamlin's
yes,
fine.
I am on chapter 8 of Empire of Storms / Tower of Dawn tandem read. I'm liking it so far.
good.
Well, okay, let me rephrase this. I am on chapter 8 of Empire Storms. I have not even gotten into Tower of Dawn yet, but I know I'm gonna just cry the whole
We'll
time.
have to have Nina in if she actually likes ACOTAR and have to talk about it.
Yeah.
I told her also to read The Hobbit.
We need like everybody who's read it in on the podcast.
Just
because I think like
800 of
half.
us.
I think Justin's read it. I mean, you've read at least book 1. I've read it.
I've read book 1 and 2 and half of book 3.
Okay. I think Jesse has read it. Who else has read it?
Everybody and their brother, let's be honest.
Everybody. We'll send out a mass email if you've read ACOTAR.
The Hobbit, okay, that's where it's at. All right.
That's to be determined.
No. Get on the Stormlight Archive. Okay, so speaking of the Stormlight Archive, I have bad news for all of you. I am back into Words of Radiance, which is literally giving.
Wait, okay, but like, haven't you been reading Words of Radiance for like 2 years?
No.
It's only been 1 year and 8 months.
No, it's been this year.
Like 2024?
Yes.
Or 2023 and 2024?
I got distracted and I read a ton of other things, and then I got back to it, and I'm almost 50%. And a lot of things have happened, and I really, really, really hope Kaladin doesn't die because I'm going to lose my crap, okay?
Lose it.
Also, I don't like Shallan. I wish she would jump off a bridge, and she just met eyes with Adolin across the room, and I barfed. Adolin?
Oh.
This cute little blondie baddie who is going to sweep Shallan off her feet, and they're going to shout insults at each other and smooch in the corner. Can't stand them. You should read it. It's got romance in it. Anyway, Dalinar is everything. Navani just got some bad news. Guys.
Poor Navani.
Dude, it's so sad.
Dude.
And I'm hoping that Brandy Sandy will do a little Sanderlanche situation and pull one on me, and Yasna will pop back up.
That's code for Brandon Sanderson.
Brandy Sandy, Brando Sando, Brander Sandwich.
Give us a Brander sandwich.
Listen, I am super here for it. If you guys didn't know, Wind and Truth, the 5th book of this era of the Stormlight Archive, releases in December. And he's actually releasing it on a Tuesday, which is also a controversy. I don't know.
Why? Is Tuesday not the day to release?
Apparently not, but he's so popular, it doesn't matter.
It's like,
and that's a whole TikTok thing as well.
Tuesday snooze day?
Tuesday is snooze day, I guess. But he's releasing it on a Tuesday.
Because he doesn't care. He's like, you know what?
He's the Sarah J. Maas of real fantasy.
True.
I say real fantasy, but it's all real fantasy.
I feel like Sarah J. Maas and Brando Sando are like the mother and father
of fantasy.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's definitely the queen of romantasy, and he is definitely the father of fantasy right now, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, Tolkien can be argued. There's arguments. Listen, he's dominating right now, and you can't deny that. All right?
Is he still alive?
Brandon Sanderson? He's still... Oh. Tolkien? Oh my God, no.
I was gonna say he's gotta be dead. He's gotta be dead.
He's big dead, yeah.
Big, not little dead, big dead.
So I'm into that right now, and it's just everything I want it to be. And I'm listening / reading. I have the physical copy, the ebook, and the audiobook.
And then you're reading them all at the same time.
In between all of them, yes. She's
just got them all going at once.
Yeah, I actually also got the leather-bound signed copy of Warbreaker recently, and I was sobbing.
Is it everything?
It is everything!
The whole thing.
Every chapter has an illustrated component to it. It's just beautiful. Anyway, that's what I'm reading right now. My Summerween was Monstrilio, and it was Pinata, which you should also read.
I feel like we've been reading a lot of thriller horror. Yeah. I've been reading like a ton of Natasha Preston.
Oh, yeah.
I think I have 2 more books to read, and then I will be complete until her new book comes out, The Party.
Yeah. That's going to be interesting. I want to read that one.
She makes me so mad, though. Like, I love her books, but she makes me so mad. She literally ends every single book on a cliffhanger. Nothing wraps up. Just a cliffhanger.
It's too
no
much.
part 2, just one book.
I hate that.
She says, hot psych, Not gonna tell you the ending.
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
Yeah, I made Trisha read The Haunting, and she was like, I hate you now. Not actually, but I felt it in my soul.
Yeah.
I felt like
She read between the lines.
the glare coming from like her message. How dare you suggest this to me?
Do this to me. Yeah, so I'm reading that, and I'm reading Sword of Kaigen by M.L. Wong. And that is actually a really good recommendation for you if you really love Avatar, The Last Airbender. It is very much giving Avatar. 1,000 billion% Avatar in the future. So if you really want something that's nostalgic for you, if you were an Avatar kid, this is for you. M.L. Wong does a great job. I'm not a fan of Avatar. You can come for me if you want. I don't care.
I liked the live action, but I could not get into the cartoon. It was just
It's
too
one
much.
of those things you have to watch when you're young, and then...
Yeah, then you have to just love it when you're young.
But I didn't watch it when I was younger.
I didn't either.
So I revisited it, and now I'm one of those guys, and you just, if you have to stop listening, you have to stop listening. If you want to boycott me that way, I'm sorry.
We just got, 50 thumbs down.
We did. It's fine. So I'm reading
All from
that,
Doug.
But the Sword of Kaigen is great. All from Doug.
And Kaylee.
And Kaylee, yeah, she's completely mad at us now.
She's like, how dare you?
If you love it, I love that for you, but I also recommend to you to read The Sword of Kaigen. If you like Avatar, I think you would really love this book. And it also got Dakota's best buddy into reading, and he's reading the Storyline Archive. He's reading The Way of Kings, and I'm so excited. And Dakota now hates that I book talk with his bestie.
Well, you better start reading then.
I told Dakota that now he has to read The Sword of Kaigen and The Way of Kings because he's not, hopping on the train fast enough.
I got Nolan to try to read that one book. He's just like, it's just a little slow for me.
What book?
The one that I read a little bit of, half of.
Warbreaker?
Yeah, Warbreaker.
Nolan is not. I'm sorry.
He ain't it.
He ain't it. It is not slow.
Kick him to the curb.
Dude, Warbreaker is my favorite book. Oh God, it's just so good. So unfortunately, I'm going back to a bunch of things that I started a while ago, which is what I do because how dare I? We also got approved for a bunch of camp horror books on NetGalley recently.
We did.
Camp Lanier, I think.
I think I have one on the hold shelf for me.
Yes, we have 4 books that are all YA campy slasher horrors that we're trying to review.
Because how nostalgic.
How Summerween of us.
Yeah. How R.L. Stine, Fear Street of us.
Yeah, just channeling that energy. So we'll be coming at you with all of those things that we're reviewing. And I know we're also getting ready to review The Spell Shop by Sarah Beth Durst, which we've had on our list for a long time. And it's a cozy fantasy. We've just been gearing up. There's been a lot of stuff happening. And I didn't get approved for the Anarchist cookbook, Dungeon Crawler Carl Book 2. For the
Tragic.
release. I was denied.
You should email them.
Publishing. Shame on you for not allowing me to review the best series of the century.
Email them, be like, hee, you accidentally clicked deny when you
meant to click accept. We're just going to overlook this little, mistake.
I just got a book on, I think it was sent to me by NetGalley that I'm really excited to read. It's got a gold, shape of a butterfly on the front, and it's the Academy of something. I'm not sure, but
that sounds right up your alley.
It looks really
Academy,
good. Yep.
Samantha.
It's giving Samantha. I also started, I'm not even a chapter in, but I started One Dark Window by Rachel Gillig. Part of the
this is a dark
something Shepherd, the Shepherd King series. We do have those at the library because I'm pretty sure I requested them. I've seen them floating around.
Just floating around randomly.
Yep.
Books do that here.
I've tried my very darned best to request all the things book talk because I've not even seen Zodiac Academy on the shelf except for one book at a time.
Zooming out, man. Zooming out.
They're gone. They're gone forever. Mm-hmm. There's probably a whole list of a billion jillion people.
So pick
you
up
should
Zodiac
read those.
Academy.
Yes, read those.
Pick up
100%.
Dungeon Crawler Carl. Probably not together. If you read one, you probably don't like the other.
But maybe you do, because like
you do. You could be that person.
the crude humor.
You could be us mixed together.
Yeah.
I don't know. You know?
I love Zodiac Academy. I
love
it's so
Howard.
funny. But the girl Geraldine in Zodiac Academy reminds me of you so much.
I just don't even want
But
to know why.
she talks and this like, I don't know why she reminds me of you, but I always picture you when I'm reading her part. She like talks in this like southern accent, like this really deep. She talks in a really deep southern accent, and she like says
Bethann. Just scream Bethann.
she says like the funniest phrases. She's like, "Oh, well, my buttery bagels." And I'm like, what?
The insults. I just feel insulted.
But the sad thing is that now that I've read like 10 books where she talks like this, I know exactly what she means. Like, I can, give me a whole
Such is our
Geraldine book and I
friendship.
will decipher it for you. It's like deciphering like Gen Z talk.
Is that what I sound like on a day-to-day basis?
No, you don't at all.
Then why do I remind you of Geraldine?
I don't know. You just do. Geraldine.
Geraldine.
Bethann.
Bethann. Geraldine. Sounds
One and the
same.
One and the same.
Man, I keep reading Bethann when I see this word.
I think it's her like attitude. She's like, somebody will like tell her to do something and she's like, no, I'm just gonna punch you instead.
That is my general consensus. Like, no.
It's giving Bethann.
Trip over yourself.
How about I don't do that?
How about I don't do that and you fall down the stairs?
Geraldine.
I promise I'm not really like that in real life.
So we gave you like 47 books to read, okay? We
did.
got the one that I suggested, We Used to Live Here, One Dark Window, the Brander Sander, the whole dang every single book that he wrote.
Pick anything up. I don't care what you pick up.
ACOTAR, Throne of Glass. What else did we suggest? Everything on the bookshelf. Zodiac Academy.
Camp Lanier.
Yes.
The Spell Shop by
Pick up some
Spencer's.
Fear Street by R.L. Stein.
Oh yeah, that's right. Man, you guys got like a lot added to your list.
Yeah.
You just need to like take a moment of silence and a deep breath, and then write all that down on your TBR.
And then we need you to finish it by the next podcast.
Episode,
yes.
So we can talk about some more stuff.
Yeah, so you got your work cut out for you, but we
Time
believe
starts
in you.
now.
We believe in you.
We'll see you next time.
Doug, I'll be expecting you to read all of Zodiac Academy
Oh my god.
and not judge me for
He's
it.
gonna hate it. I can tell you right now he's gonna hate it.
I think that anybody who reads it just gets a little bit horrified, and then they're like, yeah,
This is, just so you know,
this is the vibe.
Forewarning, this is not for children. This is not for young adults. This is an adult
18
romance.
and over.
Romantic-y situation, and it does have crude humor.
I think a lot of this
sexual scenes.
I think a lot of the stuff that we suggest really is for like adults or like older
YA.
Yeah.
We always try to preface it by saying, I mean, if you want a parent like that, that's on you.
Also,
but don't
like,
just give random books to your kids, please.
Disclaimer on our podcast, it is labeled adults, so.
True. So you've been warned, I guess. Listen, pick up a Brandon Sanderson and you won't have to worry. You can let everybody read it. Let the whole family listen in.
Let your dog read it.
Let your dog sit with your dog on the couch with some coffee and a crochet project and listen to Brandon Sanderson. That's not what I did this morning.
But she might have.
But maybe I did. Okay? Don't judge me.
And then email us at offthebooks@khcpl.org. Let us know what you think. We have had people email us.
Yeah.
Recently. You know what? So you guys gotta email us. Email us right now. Give us all the suggestions.
I know Malin, a friend of mine. Shout out to Malin. I know you listen to the podcast. How's your husband and those beautiful babies? Also, she recommended ACOTAR to us. So we're talking about ACOTAR today and a couple other things I need to talk to you about. So I need to respond to her.
Yep. Doing it
Right now.
Join us for our next episode, and we're going to be talking about The Spell Shop by Sarah Beth Durst. It's going to be amazing. And we hope you guys have a great rest of your week.
Bye.
Bye.